Can we predict when Hammer Jam is going to start in Clash of Clans? And for those of you out there that do not know what Hammer Jam is, it is a special event that starts once a year and it provides us home village upgrade costs and timers cut in half. 50% off on all building upgrades, and then last year they also did heroes as well. Super helpful. But this is important to me because I just started playing this old account. This is my very first village, and what had happened was the new trophy system, although some of you don't like it, some of you do, I am finding it quite challenging, and I'm motivated to push up to Legends League once again because it's very different from the old system. So this account was a Town Hall 16 up until yesterday. It is now a Town Hall 17, and we have a long ways to go. But what's really important about this account is that I've been a big spender on this account for a very long time, and I purchased all of the, options for magic items over the years and just kind of saved stuff up. So we have a bunch of books way over on the heroes. We're going to max out heroes in the next couple of days as I grind out the Dark Elixir, but we have 155 of the builder potions. Now, when is the best time to activate a builder potion? During Hammer Jam. So that led me down a rabbit hole trying to research and determine when this thing is going to start. And oddly enough, that rabbit hole led me over to Reddit on this post, which was done 3 days ago by another content creator called Termynater. Now, he gets full credit for this portion of the video, okay? Because he did all the math and work here. The title of the post is, I think I know the exact date Hammer Jam and Town Hall 18 will happen with proof. Man, I was intrigued. I was like, come on, tell me when this thing's going to start, right? So it says, okay, this will involve some math and a little speculation. Obviously, the Town Hall part is reaching, but hear me out on the rest. The cosmic scenery, the one that was just released, came out this month and has clocks on it. One clock has a time on it because it has a small and big hand. The other clock doesn't. This time points to 11 and 2, by the looks of it, also known as November 2nd. November 2nd is when the World Finals ends for Clash of Clans this year in 2025. Okay, so why does this matter? Well, Hammer Jam is an event that lasts 2 weeks, 14 days. If you don't know what Hammer Jam is, it's 50% cost and time off everything. Yes, even walls and heroes, except for the equipment for now. Man, that would be really nice. Half off on equipment? Come on. Let's go, Clash of Clans. You reading this? So add 2 plus 14, that's November 16. Why does November 16th matter? That's when the crafted defenses ends. Okay, so for those of you that are not playing Town Hall 17, nor have the crafted defense option, that defense itself is intended for the highest level in the game. So technically, when Town Hall 18 is released, crafted defense structure should move to that new Town Hall level and take effect there with new weapons, like 3 new defenses instead of the ones that are currently in the game. That's really important to remember, and why this is really standing out as a possibility, right? This means the new set has to come out. Surely they wouldn't release a new set of crafted defenses before a new Town Hall, right? I mean, they could, but it doesn't really make any sense, logically. If you think November 16th is random, they also showed in one of their update videos in the background a date matching 2025 11/1. This means the date could only be November 10th to November 19th, and on that same screen, it shows Town Hall 1 and Town Hall 15. 15 plus 1 is 16. Once again, November 16th is when crafted defenses ends. Coincidence? Maybe. Anyway, based on this info, Hammer Jam could start on as early as November 2nd and last to November 16th, with the release of Town Hall 18 being anytime after November 17th or higher. So what do you guys think? Have you found anything on Twitter, YouTube video comments, anything? I'm very keen on looking at this cosmic scenery because last year's Halloween teased the minion prince in the Doom scenery as well. So when we take a look at the new scenery, in the background, there's also some stars that are highlighting, and you'll see a hammer populate if you zoom all the way out on wider screens. It doesn't really show up on my iPad, but it does show up on my iPhone. So that might be something that could be indicating that Hammer Jam is coming in the upcoming weeks. But we also have to ask the hard question, is Clash of Clans going to do another Hammer Jams? Because each time we have assumed that the game is going to do something that we really like, they've tended to not do it, right? Like Global Chat, they removed it 6 years ago and people are still asking about it many years later, and we know that that's not going to come back. However, we need to look at the most recent update in Clash of Clans and say, are they going to do Hammer Jam? And the answer would probably be yes, because of a few different things. Think about this for a second. Clash of Clans decided that they were going to remove the Town Hall weapons from Town Hall 12, 13, 14, 15. And the reason behind that change was that it was a bottleneck for players and they didn't want to upgrade the Town Hall and they were just staying where they were at because it was too much work, which is understandable. I mean, not for me. I play a lot more hardcore than most, so I just don't care. I just go ahead and do the upgrades and move on. But there are players out there that do feel that it's a complete waste of time and they're not going to do it. So they decided to remove those weaponized Town Hall levels. Then we have to look at the new trophy system. It's very different. And what I mean by that is before you could just stay online and attack and attack and attack and move up into Legends League. And a lot of lower players are really upset about this change because it limits the amount of ore that you can get in your daily star bonus, and justifiable. It's something that I would be upset about as well, because I do have lower level town halls that I'm playing. But I also have to look at the new system and say, this is more fair than what it was before for everybody, not necessarily just the most hardcore players, but also by placing the lower town hall levels in ranges where they can get 3 stars or compete, if you will. Another thing I saw after the update was a lot of players out there saying that this change was encouraging rushing. And I have to highly disagree. It actually hurts rushing if you think about it, because I've actually had a couple of bases in my recent league where they were incredibly rushed, and it's basically an easy 3-star. So if you're a rush-based player, you're more than likely not winning defenses and not able to move up in the trophy range. So in reality, it's not supporting rushing. It's definitely supporting the idea that you are a great attacker and your base is a good defensive base. And if you're not leveled up, you're more than likely not going to climb up through the trophy range. So they're going to want to release Hammer Jam to give players an opportunity to speed up the upgrades on their villages, i.e. their defenses, whether it's their heroes or including their walls. That way they might be able to climb a few additional ranges in the new trophy system. But I also took it one step further. Clash of Clans has a tendency to follow patterns. And what I mean by that is when they release certain things, and I never understand why each sneak peeks we see the same comments where players are asking, when's the update? Because it's normally pretty obvious when the update's going to come. In 1 or 2 days. It's always going to be on a Monday or Tuesday. They never release an update on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and definitely not Saturday or Sunday. It's a weekend. They don't work on weekends, so we know that they're not going to do anything on those days. So when we look at the patterns on past releases on Town Halls, we know that Town Hall 15 was released on October 10th. That one's a little off. That one was very unusual. However, the Clash of Clans World Championships happened in September, so it makes sense. They kind of correlate with one another. Then when we look at the release of Town Hall 16, the World Finals Day 3 ended on November 26th of 2023. Then Hammer Jam started on November 27th and lasted all the way up to December 12th. And then Town Hall 16 was released on December 12th. Then when we skip ahead to 2024 and take a look at Town Hall 17, there was exactly 11 months between the release of Town Hall 16 and 17. So just about 12 months, which is about the time frame that they're going for when it comes to releasing new Town Hall levels. At least that's been the trend for the last 3 years. So November 3rd of 2024 is when Day 3 of the World Finals ended. On November 8th, Hammer Jam started and lasted until November 25th. And then on November 25th, Town Hall 17 was released. So based on those patterns and taking a look at this information right here, we could pretty much say that Terminator's in the ballpark. Like very, very close on what he's determining. However, I think, and this is just my speculation based on looking at a calendar, that we can pretty much determine that the Clash of Clans World Finals are going to take place on October 31st and end on November 2nd, right? Which means that Hammer Jam should start on November 3rd and last until November 16th, or Town Hall 18 being released on November 17th or 18th. What do you guys think?